Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Once again, continuing along with the model rig. So I did actually throw in the physics. So the head turns, the head now swivels a bit. Apparently, basically all of the physics is sitting on the same parameters because I just duplicated the parameters across very quickly to throw them in. You can see in the parameter list here that we do have the Y's here. I'm thinking of trying something different with the Y in terms of the head and the body. So basically, these are usually the... Well, let's just throw one in real quick just to go through it. So, why is that buffering? Am I losing frames? I'm not... Does not say I'm losing anything. Alright, what qualities is this? Alright, let me just turn some stuff off. Alright, let's see how that helps. Why are you just buffering like crazy? What are you doing? No data. Glorious. Doesn't say it's disconnected. You're buffering like crazy. It's not buffering now. Okay, I think it's okay, but if we were to per se throw in the Y using the head Y output, double pendulum into this, where we want to go 1122. Normally what happens is that we'll have the Y rolling on this, which is currently feels like it's doing... Oh wait, I didn't corner this, did I? Actually wait, no, they're on blend shapes, you can't corner them. They already technically are cornered because they'll both be firing at the same time. Normally you have this kind of aggressive bit of a bounce that occurs in the thing I call a pull. Realistically speaking, when you're lifting the head up and down, you don't really want that. You want that to follow the body. So while the bob motion, which is the in out away from and well away and towards the head, is closer to what I want on the what you call it, head nodding up and down. Ideally want to separate that along with the shadow. I'm actually thinking if I need to keep this together for the body motion or to separate completely. Either way, effectively what I'm thinking is to have a Z on the horizontal, rotating around the Z, and then the other one will be rotating around, actually the X one a bit. It'll be moving on the Z axis, rotating around the X axis. How do I name it? I usually just call it ZN. By the way, the front here is Z. Is the piece that we're going to just effectively slap onto a former that includes the whole of the hair and the head. We're gonna make a rotation before my hair, which is called the head tilt. Do our best to attach that effectively to the neck. Let me just check how much memory I'm using, because I feel like things are starting to lag. I've had Lofi on for a couple of hours now. I've only used up half my memory. It shouldn't be lagging this much. Maybe it's just me. And having this extra chunk of memory really does feel good. Basically around, where's the back of, be about here-ish? It should be like what, the back of the throat behind the tongue-ish. Maybe about there should do. You're going to tell this to have a Z output. And we're going to just give it an arbitrary, let's see, negative 15, negative 20. How much does that feel? Ugh. Sure. We'll go with that. Whoop, don't lock, please. Just set back to normal. Then we're gonna create a deformer parent. We're gonna call this head tilt. It's gonna be a warp deformer. Doesn't matter that it's not centered over the head. Let me actually center this a little bit more over the head, which is right about there. Do I want to lift this a bit actually? There's a bunch of shadows that's making this a lot bigger than it needs to be, in the mesh for the ponytail sticks out a little bit. You kind of see it when it shows the two child deformers underneath. Regardless, we're going to tell you to go ahead and deformer apply to child. So this will look a little bit weird right now because it's trying to do a linear motion on all the vertices. So we're going to go ahead and tell that to use a round transform, and that should give our warp deformer the ability to transform like that. Okay. So now we're going to add the head Z tilt. We're going to input the angle Z at an angle. Going to go ahead and output that into the head Z output. We need to where is the tracking? Hello there, how you doing? We're going to set you to right X, and that should make it so that head tilts, preferably by more than that. And shakes less than that. Let's just drop it by 10 for now, see how that feels. So now the head can tilt out, still a little bit too much of a shake for the head tilt, I think. For the most part, this will almost 100% coincide with body motion as well, so it won't look this ridiculous with just the head tilting on its tilt like that. But that's essentially what we want there. Also, we want this to occur much earlier. Face motions need to occur first. Okay, that should be okay. Alright, then we're gonna basically slap on a Z motion onto all of this. Basically means that everything here once again needs a Z occurs first. Z occur first. Does Z need to occur first? Should be fine here. Actually, no, it does occur first. It occurs on the parent. But it's not really reflective of each individual piece in the hierarchy. But the here. That should be fine. Basically, we're going to give all of these a here Z. How much of these can I actually just do together? Probably not a good idea. Which piece is this inner head? This is the lip here. Oh, should I put these onto different? One of those ones where you're just throwing in the in-game materials as currency. Throw it out onto the front here. Probably should separate. Do I need to separate all of this as much as the other ones? I don't. I just need to change the output on all of them and it should just work. Honestly, I should do that for the other ones as well. That's a little more annoying to manage. Change the outputs. Alright, but regardless, let us tilt the head one way. I'm gonna go through and basically just go ahead and tilt the hair. Let's create a snapshot here. I want to be real aggressive with this. See what I'm doing is the main problem if I'm just using a snapshot. Maybe I'll go about here. Well, let's just go like that and then like that and label by. Wasn't that the essence of gambling? Is it, do you need it or do you want it? Oh, hey. Probably like do something about the tops of these. Whoop. Um. I shouldn't just don't need to care that much about what's happening. Oh. Can I anchor it if I just go like this? I should make it so that literally can't affect the underneath. Oh, have fun with that. I mean, you're a gacha gamer, so it's not like gambling's anything new. Let's do that, and then we'll go around the other side. Not really being overly careful with this, but it should be fine for the most part. And then suddenly your bank account is empty, and then oh my god, my wife left me. Is that gonna be the final story? Oh wait. It was like that, it was like this mildly funny thing that happened a little while. I mean, I know you're not spending the actual money. That's the joke about it, right? Where was it? It was like it blew up on social media a little while ago when there's this case of a couple, like a young couple. I think it was like well, one of them spent, was it $600 on their emergency, like the emergency funds credit card, on pulling for was it Farina? Yeah. That was pretty funny. Honestly, listening to it, even though it's like, it is like a real problem. I don't need to change the actual duration and pendulums on these. I think the craziest thing about that Farina case was the partner trying to was it justify himself by dropping a screenshot. It's like dang. Like, I don't know what you're expecting your partner to say about that. Front dead. Probably name this. Yeah, this is called front here Z. This need to occur first, though. I think I actually want this to occur second. So taking the head Z output, we go single pendulum into the Z. What kind of insanity have I created here? Well, let's give it some effectiveness first, and then it is not moving at all. Glorious. They're still not moving at all. Oh right, because I didn't increase the scale here. Up this to a 2. That's sensible. And then here, what are we looking at? That's basically not shaking at all. Just on a... No, you be on an angle, please. A holding at the angle? It's basically not doing anything. Okay, let's increase this to let's see what happens at 2. It's too much. Okay, let's bring this up to 2.5, but drop the shaking down to 8. Okay, that's good enough for now. But adjust the more precise parts of the physics afterwards. I still want to separate some of these parts anyway, so that they run on slightly different physics, so everything flows not all just together. Okay, so basically need the same thing on all of these parts, where we want a side here Z. Slap this on. Where's the other side here gone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slap that onto here. Close that, tilt that, and then what do I want to do with each of these parts? I think on this, I don't actually want to move it too much. Keep it on the bigger motion, because technically sliding into the face when it's tilting this way. So at least the pieces that are very close to the hit already should actually not move all that much. Oh yeah, so I need to reverse some of these parts. Right, tilt the other way. Probably like be mildly more careful, but these pieces, especially with Z, tends to be fine. It could be a little bit more aggressive for this side, given that it is effectively swinging away from the head, so it's got a little bit more leeway in how much it actually hangs, because this is the head tilting and then the hair just kind of sticking out. This piece is already kind of in position, so we just like stick it out a little bit more. Should that be more than that, or should it be not much? Alright, we'll just turn this into the side here Z. Then we'll just plop this into the... Actually, can I do it all the same? Although I want to change the pendulum more. Ideally, I want to change the pendulum more. Where are we? Side, here's it. Okay, can I do the whole ponytail one? Realistically, yes. I need a double pendulum. To the side here, but double pendulum, actually. I should probably stand up before my back comes out. Do a double pendulum here and let this hang a bit more. Let's give this a double pendulum. Do I need a double pendulum on the front part as well? I've kind of gone like over aggressive with this. Okay. Doesn't really need it, but these pieces could work with a double pendulum at least for change this to 1 and change you to 2. We'll give it to 1, 2, 3, and 4. Give you a second point here. We're going to say out here we're going to hold up, let me just that again. Go from about there, we're just gonna lift you out. Not you, you. A little bit less than that. Then you. Don't need the full tilt here because the piece is already going to tilt from the first part of the pendulum. Problem is actually on this side what the heck happens, because it shouldn't really be able to bend in much more the way I've done it. So I'm just gonna add like a tiny little bit onto each of these, I think, is how we're gonna do it. Maybe a little bit more into this outer piece. A little bit further out. Tend to got a little bit more leeway to move because there's no physical obstruction. Don't know how I feel about doing. Alright, so instead we're going to double pendulum. Into the second Z. And that oh right, it just hangs off the first one when you use the angle. Oh, that's really annoying. How do I deal with that? There's a way to deal with that. Although I have to literally do a new pendulum off this one. This is why usually when you do an angle, you don't do these multiple stage pendulums. Issue just needs to hang as well because it doesn't actually hang, it goes back to what happens if I make this bigger in the scale? Does that change how? No, it doesn't. Because the pendulum itself is just hanging straight. There was a way to deal with this. I can't remember how to do. Let me just try. Get you out of there, get you. What happens if I actually just duplicate this? Wait, what did I just do? Wait, did I not add? Oh, I did add it. Get you out of there, get you out of there. If I duplicate this and just go 2, and just change this to number 2, what actually happens? I actually get a double pendulum effect here. They're both now hanging off each other. Was it much different from before? Was it about the same, honestly? And technically, they both don't reach max, which is a big deal. Alright, we're going to, on everything that includes you, we're going to say, where's blend shape strength? Blend shape weights. We're going to say that for the blend shape of side here is Z2, when angle X is occurring, to decrease the effectiveness, not by that much. We'll go down to 50 effectiveness, where, oi, you too, please. Wait, what did I just do? Wait, no, at 100 you should be full, at this you should be at 50. Right. So basically when the head is turned the way that it is leaning into the face, it is not doing as much. Ideally. Wait, does that work for all of them? That's something I feel like does it really? Do I have to see them one at a time? Is that really a thing I have to do? That's a no. Was it? Oh wait, no, it's this one, right? Okay, no, it's if all of them. Okay, good. Alright, so then for all of the ones that include you, we're going to tell you when this is occurring. Side here is Z1 to go for X out. I said the X output, or I said to not X output. Once again, we're going to just reduce this when... No, I totally said to. Alright, basically when you hit a turn, do less you. When we're not going to do this, we're going to do this. We're going to do that, and then we're going to say 50 to 50. Wait. 50. And that should make it so that when the head tilts inwards, it just does less. I think it still uses the whole thing, but the actual motion is reduced. Like the blend shape's motion is supposed to be... Did I do it the right way? When X is positive, it should be M. When... I think that's correct. Wait. No, not you. Blend shapes. When X is positive, go at max. When X is negative, go at half. Actually, we'll go 100 when you're at neutral as well. We just want to reduce it when it's turning the way where it'll lean into the face a bit more. Really hard to see how much it's been reduced. Just the main problem. It's really hard to tell all of these are actually getting the changes. Does it actually work for everything? It's really hard to tell. Okay, it should be. Everything's changed. Okay, so then do the same thing to the ponytail here. I think we're just gonna do a 1-2 and just do this together rather than doing a separate, like I have for the X and Y motions. That motion is I just agree turn. Maybe. Yeah, I'm thinking too far ahead. Alright, so give me one of these. Oh, did I move the... I didn't do anything with the scrunchie, did I? We're just gonna give you some very basic X motions where we're just going to kind of go meh, wiggle you a little bit. Then give you a good old light wiggle. This is not. Give it a shimmy one way. Get a little aggressive with this. Then we'll just want to... Should this be the 2 and this be the 1? Just reduce this a bit more, like that. Okay, then. I think for the Z, we won't do anything to the scrunchie. It really should still have been split significantly more. I think I should be able to run these all off of the single Z. What about gambling? Well, everyone wants a 1, but we don't want the 2. We want the 2 on everything. I think on you, and you, we don't want the 2, we only want the longer parts. Okay, collapse you so that I can actually see this parameter. Alright, we're gonna move you and you together. We're just gonna say that when this occurs, that this whole thing is just gonna bob this way. This thing can be a little bit aggressive, because this is just one short, very lightweight thing bobbing in the wind. Okay, so we'll go like that. Hello there, how you doing? What should I do with these pieces? These should really lean. The way I've done the hair here, this has to lean on top of this part. Okay, let's shift this huge clump of hair first. So since this is a clump, we're just gonna shift this whole thing together. And we're gonna go whop. Okay, missed a piece. We're gonna, not you, we're gonna use the last 4 here. We're gonna go ahead and go whop outwards. Should it be more than that? Or should I rely on the second instead to do that? Alright, let me just make a snap here. So how far? Ooh, yeah. That's fine. And then we want to bring that back to neutral, and then we want to go 1, 2, 3. Then we want to just swing this out for the number 2. Then, when this is occurring, we want to go ahead and effectively have most of these pieces continue to do the whole wraparound deal on top of the pieces. So we're just going to get you to go a little bit this way. Gonna get. What do I want you to do? Actually, I kind of don't want you to do anything. Let's just go like something. And then I want you to go this way. This is the piece that I kind of want to wrap around them. This piece really doesn't matter. This piece is just sticking out. Alright, flip it over. You just have a second pendulum that can really just wobble. If it's a second pendulum, it can shake pretty much all over the place. Actually, it doesn't have much shaking. Should I give it more shaking? For this one piece. It would have to separate from everything else. Okay, we'll consider that while separating all of the parts. But either way, 1, 2, hook onto the root of this and just go wah. That's sticking together correctly. Oh wait. Go for you, please. Wah. Be relatively aggressive with this piece because I want it to be light and just flinging around a little bit. Then we want to grab last 4 pieces here, all in one curling chunk. I'm gonna tell you to go wah. Then do that, and then tell you to go 1, 2, 3, and go wah. Then you need to effectively curl on. You need to effectively curl onto. Wrong button. Onto that. This effectively leans into the piece of hair, so like it shouldn't really do all that much. As opposed to you, on this side, you could definitely bounce around again more. I actually want to put, not you, put that onto a different parameter as well so I can swing it around a bit more. Okay, we'll just do that for now. We'll just put it all onto the same thing for now so that... How do you change any of these? Okay, number 1 and then number 2, just so that they can hang off each other. And then when this turns, that should fling its way out. This can actually have a little bit more shaking because it's actually a hanging piece. Increase this to like 8, 7 maybe. And give you also like a 8. Let's give you a 9. Too much. Let's give you a 8.5. Shakes more, but it recovers really quickly. It's an angle thing, so it kind of has to. Okay, all the physics are still running pretty much off the same thing right now, but it's fine. Precise physics calculations comes later. When I say later, a lot of time for my personal stuff, it never happens. Okay. Alright, I need to go through the lane shape thing again, so let me just grab the I should have done this beforehand. What was this called? V-troops to the thing. I believe it is. No, I need the hub. This one? Where is example thing? I just... Is this gonna download for me or is it not going to? Okay, well I'll wait for that to work. I just needed to check exactly how parameters need to sit. Oh, it's downloaded. Alright, just actually move this. I'm gonna chuck it into my folder here. Alright, we're gonna save you. Well, that's what happens when you gamble. And then we're gonna open... Oh, it still doesn't. Unzip this. Extract here. Yeah, sure, extract here. Fresh. How'd this go again? We are going silence is... Mouth can open. Silence, mouth can't open. Okay, so when silence is 0, mouth can't open. Okay, right, that's really all I was looking for. I really downloaded that just for that one check. Okay, so let's mess with the mouth for a bit. Eye motion, eye physics, mouth motion. So we're gonna increase the number of mouth forms. I need a... I'm so rusty on this. I've done this for way too long. Oh, whoops. Not you. We're going to grab you. It's not on the teeth as well. It's currently not on the teeth as well. 1, 2. I guess 3. Give it a... triple mouth form. We'll use this as the... Was this the maximum or was this not? How big is my mouth inside? Hold on, where is it? Okay. Let's say when... Oh god, I should... Was it not on the thing? General, advised, health chart. That's for... Oh, I'm so rusty. Hold up, I can find it. Actually might be faster. How about here? Take a look at the. That is not. Need Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, Google. uh... Where did you want the R and the E and the U and the O? That's kind of what I'm looking for right now. Um... Where's the line right now? Okay, Gotta go ahead and increase that, I think. Actually, I could probably just go like this. Oh. Hmm. Um, make these into a base for a moment. Not gonna do like a super high detail mouth because we're gonna be relying primarily on the whatchamacallit, the voice input affected one, the bling shapes, but you need something for the very occasions I just kind of sit there with my mouth open. Which honestly, from when I watch back footage, not overly often. And then we need to make a in between of everything. Wait, before we add this, we want to change the default everything here as well. Honestly, you don't matter that much because you're going to be in the back. Hmm. Okay, then we want to add the third point here. Actually, I want to bring the teeth up. Realistically speaking, the teeth should have a open, close motion attached to some parts here. I don't do everything at the same time. Probably shouldn't. That's probably a terrible idea. Also, I probably want you to ideally curl more. Can. I can't. Not the way I've done this. I don't think it's particularly realistic when you try and curl it. I go like that, and then go like that, and then go wah. I don't really ever go with curling this. But I want when that to happen to also have a mouth open motion on at least at minimum you and you, the two front pieces here. I want when this is occurring should be able. I only need you to move in like very set conditions. Almost not be the honestly, this shouldn't. The bottom teeth just like not move actually. Hmm. 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 Alright, how ridiculous does this look right now? Not completely insane. Good enough. It vaguely resembles what I need, so okay, so then we're going to add the mouth blend functions, which is to go silence into A I O R E U E O. So that is what these are all blends, right? No, silence is a parameter, it's a boolean. I need to quarter something. I need to quarter something specific, right? Param silence. Actually, can I just copy these parameters across? Is that a thing I can do? Can I just like take this and again like dump it into here? Right. We're gonna take param silence. We're going to give it to this. We're gonna go 0 to 1. What else do I need here? 1 is default, sure. In everything that has the mouth parts, basically, needs to also abide by this silence parameter now. When nothing is there, we want it to go, what are these called? A param A. So basically, we need to replicate this a whole bunch of times. You can go A and then param A, a 1-to-1 blend. a 0 to 1 blend. 0 to 1 blend, right? A 0 to 1 blend. Default as 0. Is that doing that? Yeah, I get it. These are blend shapes. That's fine. Are these separated into anything different? Is whatever is handling this... Yeah, whatever handles this also handle all of this. Okay. Then we just need to replicate this into... E. Wait, no, it's I, right? E sound is I. U sound is U. Then this is the E. Then the O. Okay, so while silence, actually no, this is handled by Issue Studio, so I don't really think about it. Actually, for the most part, I just want this at my A. Then for the most part, I want this at my E sound. But then currently this at the E sound, I basically want this. Oh, and the teeth. Oh. Maybe actually a little bit less than that. I need the base of the... I need... Let's move the base of where the teeth actually start in all angles. The ooh sound is... Oh, usually it's this. It's like the ooh sound. I mean, it's not going to be a visible imperfection. But this is usually around with ooh is. No, B. A, E, ooh. The ooh is more like here. So we'll slap that onto the ooh. Make some adjustments to it. Namely the teeth. Hmm? Why is it ignoring? Oh. Right. How to deal with this? When silence. Okay, so that should lock it while it's under silence. Okay, so... air is close to... kind of like this. Okay, but like maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more this way and a little bit more way. Eh. U. E. A. E. O. Should be somewhere around. Should be that, shouldn't it? Or should just be here. Maybe with a little bit more this way. Okay, that's a mouth blend. Okay, let's put that away for a moment. Okay, so there is a thing I want to do with the hair here, where we're looking kind of more at something along the lines of about -7 here. I'm gonna go through each of these. I didn't mess with the off open. Was that gonna be a problem? Shouldn't be. I'll mess with it again later. Really a noticeable problem. If this is tilted forward, then when this is occurring, we want to alright, time for me to overthink this again. Do I need to separate the shadow? I do. I mean, technically, even at this point, I should have separated the shadow at least somewhat. Okay, so we're gonna go separate here the hair and the shadow apart from each other. Well, most of these actually don't need it because they don't have a shadow. Only this piece has a shadow here because it's on the side of the head. So we're gonna go and call this a ZN just so that I know which one this is. Oh boy, more balloon shapes. So when this is negative, when y negative, we want the hair. We want... No, we'll just follow this to make it easier to know what's happening. We want the actual piece here to fold and hang outwards while pulling. The shadow itself should cast into the head a little bit more. The shadow itself is being cast like here. Should it be that far out, or should it be less far out? The light is coming from this side. I'll come again. Welcome back indeed. Because this is leaning outwards. Probably could get away with not moving this piece. Feels like this is too much here. I think this is more going to be noticeable in general for the front part of the head. This one is technically going to go fold into the head. And then when head leans the other way, which is about there, there's a limit to how much this can lean back, but the shadow should basically disappear behind this piece when the hair is leaning backwards because it is literally pressing against the head. Whoa, don't do that. Do my best to squeeze that completely in there. And you should go, yeah, a little bit that way. And you can go a little bit this way. Do these need to reduce at any point? Um. Why need to reduce any point? This one much less. Okay, let me just see how this feels. We're gonna basically just grab the Y, do this for the side here, front here. Okay, let me just do the front here as well. So about out to here, we want to grab the front here. And we want these pieces to include... These need to separate between here and shadow. Well, then we want to go shadow. You want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. It should be 11, 12. 11, 12. Give it this. Then, when it leans forward, following this, we want... Oh wait, no, I can just go like that. Select that. All of you, please be a 2x2. So when this happens, we want to basically lean the hair. Whoa, don't do that. And the shadow will move a little bit this way, being cast from this piece. Then we want, where's the last piece? You. Okay, then we want to go the other way, where the hair should lean more into the... Mostly the shadow that needs to move. The hair kind of already rolls around the head. We want to pull the shadow as into the hair as possible. Hide it as much as I can. Okay, so we now change the Y to did all of that crap. We want this to now go into the ZN. And we want to follow the Y output at an angle. Okay. Do that for the ponytail. How do we want to deal with this? Does that at any point lead into the head more than it should? Bup, bum, bup, bum, bup. Hmm. Doesn't need to be. Hmm. I need a 2. I just measure 1. Hmm. This clump shouldn't move, so I don't really only want to bring in the bottom portion. I want this to be more subtle than everything else, so I think I actually just get away with giving it to... We'll slap it over the whole thing. Here. But what I think I'm gonna do is we're just gonna collapse this, bring this over, and then we're actually gonna go ahead and pull it in a bit. Hold on. Not you or you, actually. Then we want to go the other way around, and we want to well, let's just see what I did to that. Hmm. Okay, I think that is fine for all of these parts. So now what I want to do I'm going to replicate all of this into basically group B. I'm going to rename this to front here to the thicker pieces and in the thinner pieces. I need to separate the Z and I bet I can manage about separating the Z. I guess not really a big problem I separated. Alright, so we're gonna tell everything here. I'm gonna tell not you, but you, you, you and you. Basically gonna say, well, I'll either change them one at a time. Can I change them all as a set? Thing I can do? Either do one at a time, whatever. Right, change. Probably don't need that last one. Let's separate at least some parts of here as well. Can't really see it until I mess with the physics settings though. Well, now it's just not moving because I don't have parameters for it. How do I want to swap around the 5 pieces here? The inner... Probably just 2 into 2 sets. Alright, but either way, I think we'll just finish up here while I think this over. As usual, give me some time to think this over because of this. Probably a whole bunch of extra parameters for not honestly that much gain. But either way, depending on how much I miss of this off stream, it might have a functioning model, even if it's just a head, by next time. Probably not going to add a very lazy lean to it just to incorporate the head motion with the body motion. If I do, then they'll kind of be similar to what you get from a very cheap, low to the ground model, I guess, if you're looking at it by like mission price to like level of detail. In the level of physics I'm doing is definitely higher than the standard, so there's a lot of unnecessary levels of physics for how my art pieces look. Alright, but either way, this will continue next time, see how much I missed of this off stream, and then we'll go from there. So either way, if you want to see more of this, remember to be subscribed or following, depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like because it helps me out, and I'll see you all again next time.